How are you guys doing this morning? What is doing now? Okay, so my name is TenishaBibbs. I'm a cosmetologist educator. I'm also a cosmetologist in the industry over 25 years. That is my I speech. Miss Cynthia gets on me every day, so I have to make sure that I say that part.
Your name is Synthe.
Synthe.
I don't know why you keep calling me Cynthia. You know me 12 years. And you know me 6
I have a
months.
client named that.
Every time I Periscope, I say, "Hi guys, it's Synthe with Synthe online."
It's Synthe, Miss Synthe.
S-Y-N-T-H-E.
I met Miss Synthe on Periscope, and Miss Synthe is just absolutely amazing. She pushes me, and I really appreciate her push. And so,
Tell them the truth.
tell the truth. What's the truth?
This girl is a beast.
Oh my God. So, one day I was on Periscope, and Miss Synthe, you know, she was introducing me and everything, and she said, y'all need to follow Miss TenishaBibbs. She is a beast. She's a beast. And I said, okay. So I jumped back on her Periscope again, and she just kept saying that. So I was like, this lady went and told all these people I was like,
I watched her. Wait a minute. I watched this woman on Periscope. There's like only 5 people in that room. I was like, what the heck is going on? Only 5 people watching her. The information she had was ridiculously, it was ridiculous. It was just profound. I was like, why are there only 5 people in this room? But she had quality 5 people, okay? So I was like, hey y'all need to go check out this chick, Tanisha, whatever her name is. And a few people went over there. But so I kept bragging about her because she was phenomenal. I mean, what else am I supposed to do?
So she kept bragging, and I said, okay, let me make sure I live up to this, what she's saying. So I started doing more. I started studying more and just making sure that I was on point. And now when I say certain words, she's like, that's not a word. You need to, you know, this is what you need to say. This is what you need to say. So I really appreciate it. But anyway, so I've been in the industry for over 25 years. I've seen everything. I mean, from androgenetic alopecia to alopecia areata, to alopecia universalis, to traction alopecia, to diffuse hair loss. And I'm seeing more diffuse hair loss now, and my question is, even if you have a full set of hair, you still can be experiencing diffuse alopecia, okay? And so what I do is, this is called a capilloscope, and what I do is I go through the entire hair, and I look at the, start with the back, and I look at the growth pattern, and I look at the growth pattern from the back, and I go up, and then we measure it with how the part that you have a problem with. We look at it how
You measure what?
You measure. But what I do is I look at the back to see how the growth pattern is. If the hair strands are going straight down, and then we go to the part where maybe having a little bit more issues with, and then I look to see just to make sure if there's a deficiency in that. We look for miniaturization. We look for abrasions. I mean, everything. There are certain things that I cannot treat, such as like wingworm and things like that, or lice, you know, but you can't see them in the capilloscope.
You can?
Yeah, you can't see them when you use a capilloscope.
You can see the lice?
You can. You can see them.
And the
You can see
ringworms?
You can see all that. And so I would have to refer you to a dermatologist, okay? Because I can't do, that's not my scope of work there. But you know, when you're in cosmetology school, they tell you to look out for that anyway. You have to touch the scalp anyway, so you have to always use your gloves, right? So that's what I do. So what we do here is I'm going to show you if you guys can see. Let me see if I can.
I've been scoped before. Right here in this room, she scoped me. And actually, she came in to scope me, but I had a client here who was giving me pictures from a photo shoot we had just done recently. So he's listening to her talk to me, and it goes from me to him. So I had to get up so she could scope his face, because he had like ingrown hair, he wanted to see it. Totally took me out of the picture.
So what happened is that when a person experiences diffuse hair, or androgenetic alopecia, or alopecia areata, there's certain alopecia that are actual internal, okay? And that's androgenetic areata, and alopecia universalis. So what happened is that I have to go in, I do pH on the client. I also
What do you mean you do pH?
a pH balance just to check if they're how their body is acidic or more alkaline. And then we also check for blood work. to make sure if there's any deficiencies in their blood, such as iron deficiencies or vitamin D. And so what happened is I have to put them on a hair care regimen and also a nutrients, so that it won't fight me while I'm, working the program. Okay. So with that being said, this is my favorite. I'm going to show you guys what this is. When a person comes to me and they have inflammation in their hair, whether they have inflammation or not, I take it every day. I use isotonics because it's an anti-inflammatory. Have you ever heard of say, oh, my hair just itch, it just itch, but then you start noticing hair loss? There is a possibility that there could be an anti-inflammatory going on in their body, or they need anti-inflammatories in their body. So I always recommend the isotonic. So part of my program, you'll get when I do that, you'll get the shampoo with the system, and they also will get the OBC3, because I try to make sure that what I'm doing, it don't hinder my process in the long run, because there's something going on in their body or they're deficient. Okay? So basically, I really would like for you guys to see this part if I can even.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, you guys. I thought we were compatible.
I apologize. I don't know if you
That's
guys can see. This is a sebum buildup. 9 times out of 10, you'll have sebum buildup. I had a client yesterday who just came from the hairdresser and a sculptor, and she had a lot of sebum buildup on her hair. And so what we use is.
So what is sebum?
Sebum is natural oils. That's natural for the hair. It's not the sebum that's bad for the hair. It's actually the DHT. DHT is testosterone. I wish I had a thing, but there's if you can think of a tube, and you take a seed and you put that seed into that tube with some soil. Okay, think of the soil as being the protection for the seed, and the actual seed starts to grow. But what happened is, there is an invader called testosterone that sits on the bottom of that seed, and it shrinks and suffocates it. And when it suffocates it, the hair begins to shrink, and people say, I got hair loss. And when I look up under the scope, I see activated hair follicles that tells me that their hair can actually grow. And even like with men that have male pattern baldness, it starts early as 19, maybe even 16, but they don't catch it right there and then. By the time they're 30, they'll be bald.
Wow.
They'll be bald. So they'll use certain things or temporary fixes like Beijing or hairsprays and stuff to cover it up, or toupees now, or they call them male units now. Okay, so this is the part of my business that we start with, which is the restoration part of my business, and then we go into hair replacement. When we go into hair replacement, that's a little bit different. Then I can kind of go through the insurance depending on the need. If they have like cancer or if they have a severe case of alopecia. Okay? So here, if you look on the screen, I'm sorry it's small, but if you look on the screen, this is sebum buildup. You can have sebum buildup for 10 years on your hair, you never know. And you're like, I'm shampooing my hair, it looks really great. But then when you go up under, use your capilloscope, you'll see something totally different. So when we use.
So let me ask you this. Because there's sebum buildup, what would the hair look like when the sebum is built up like that? What does it look like?
When the hair is built up like this, well, what happened is that with the sebum being built up like that, what it's doing is it's
But to the human eye, if I'm looking at you have that much built up in your sebum,
you won't be able to see it to the human eye. You have to look up on this.
No, that's what I'm saying. What does the hair look like? If that is like looking like that on the scalp, what does the hair look like?
Oh, it can look gorgeous.
Oh, it can?
Yeah.
Okay, so the girl was her hair looking gorgeous when you saw that?
Oh yeah, it was fly. She just got it done.
Oh, it was just
She
done.
just went to the beautician.
And it was fly.
It was fly. It was did all of that. Did all of that. Okay, I'm just
Girl, your hair fly and you don't see them. Sebum builds up self.
But the sebum, remember guys, our hair secretes natural oils anyway.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the DHT that's in the sebum, it causes hair loss.
DHT,
Which is testosterone.
too much male parts.
So we use, this is scalp prep. We use our scalp prep. Beauticians, I'm a beautician too, so scalp prep is lovely. Okay? It's scalp prep. So when you use a scalp prep, y'all see that? You see that caked up sebum? Okay.
That's caked up sebum, y'all. Ooh, that's pretty nasty.
See the
Sebum down.
here you go right here. See the difference after you use it?
Oh,
See that?
Wow.
And that's in 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes after you use it.
Oh.
10 minutes. Let me see if I can find some of this.
So does it dissolve the sebum or does it push it off the scalp?
It pushes it off the scalp so that your all the nutrients go into
So
the
the scalp can
follicle.
breathe again.
So you're exactly. So let me see if I have another one. Here's another one right here. You see that?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna find a better picture so you guys can see. Okay, there we go.
Oh, is that the expander right there?
Oh. Don't pay no attention.
I ain't paying
Now
no
now everybody can
Gross.
Okay. So that's the seed. Let me
expand it so they
let me
can see
expand
it.
it so you can see it. That's
I'm
like
like, oh no.
you see the cake?
No.
But
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna scope somebody in here with a capilloscope. I've been scoped
Yeah.
before, it's no big deal. But once you see it, it's like, oh, big deal.
Let me show you what this is. So this is a strand of hair. Under the capilloscope, I can actually see if the hair is coarse, medium, or fine. I do what's called a microscopic hair analysis, and what I do is we do, and that's mainly for diffuse hair loss. But I look up under the microscope to see if what type of hair they have, or what stage the hair is in, whether it's an anagen or the catagen stage, and then I also show if there's any breakage in the hair. Okay, and you can also see any damage from color or a relaxer or even straightening the hair.
We need to go ahead and pick somebody.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, since you're so close.
I want to show you this.
You don't want to be capilloscoped.
I'm
Were
already.
you nervous about your scalp?
So here it is. If you see how when the sebum is built up, I will compare it.
You'll be just fine.
Okay, I want to show you this.
Yes,
picture.
you
see,
will.
y'all see how the scalp is built up with the sebum? Okay, so
Point to the
Wait,
sebum.
what is
Go back.
built up with the
Show me
sebum? What's the extra
see all
stuff?
this?
Yes.
That's sebum buildup right here. Here's the follicle opening, but you can't get nowhere. So here's all these white stuff here. It also could be dry scalp as well. Alright. So now I'm gonna show you after we use the scalp prep. That's how it is. Now you see the opening of the follicle. That's the hair strand right there. So that's the hair strand. So it's the opening of the follicle. Okay. So Miss Synthe wants me to pick someone who's. Okay,
I'm scared of what not to see, but.
I think I want a high chair, but I think that's a little bit too low for me. What is this one? Let's do this one. Let's see if that's high.
Oh, he's pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Whose birthday?
It says spring affair. It's called the scope is called spring affair.
Okay, you probably will.
French man.
I'm gonna part our hair real quick.
What is she whispering about?
They were talking about him.
Oh my goodness.
That don't-
What is that?
We're gonna be in a coma.
Are you periscoping?
It's a spring affair.
So if you all, when I start using the scope here, I don't know if you guys can see.
No, we don't need all that.
All right.
when they do it. Am I on Periscope?
No.
I'm out.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I'm a shiner.
Thank you.
Have you already taken a picture of it?
No.
So this is where scalps are kind of clean to me.
So I'm gonna be clean. I just washed my.
Somebody said shave her balls.
Did you just shampoo your hair? Did you shampoo last
They
night? So
say
she shampooed her hair
shave
last
her
night.
Shampoo her hair last night. Shampoo her hair last night. All right. Did you get one?
All right, so what I normally use is a 50 magnification or a 200 magnification. It's
Wow.
The 50 magnification is going to show me on her shaft, and the 200 magnification is going to show me her follicles. Okay.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'm starting to.
Why if I get the cameras out?
I know.
It's not bad. I had it done. I had moving sebum. My sebum.
Don't worry about these little specks. I'm still trying to figure out why I'm having these specks in my hair.
So is this the 50 or the?
This is the 50.
That's what she's doing.
Okay, so y'all can see what I'm looking at. See how her patterns, they kind of grow sporadic. I don't see them growing down. So,
Oh,
wow.
she stirred. You guys see that? I want to see.
This person
you
is
all
a trip. This person is a trip.
What?
oh, personal moscow.
What they say?
What are they saying?
I'd like to take her out for a steak. Call him the Frenchman. Shave her balls.
Okay, so let me show you what we're looking for.
Okay, so yeah, come on.
No, they're not going to throw down.
Is this on Synthe?
And then I want to see.
First of all, her hair is fine. I'm gonna show you that.
Does she do certification classes?
Yes.
Can you see that? in
This is
phone?
Chris from Atlanta. He is so funny.
Does she do
Hey, Chris.
certification classes?
Yes, I do. So if you notice on her if you look at her strand, can y'all see that? Her strand is, she has fine hair. Okay? She has fine hair, so I can see that her strands are,
She said, let's see the 200 really quickly. Boy, they just is bossy on Periscope.
Yeah.
Let's see the 200 really quickly. You act like we here for you, which we are.
thank you.
Let's see the 200 really quickly. This is what she did. Let's see the 200 really
Oh,
quickly.
Lord.
Everything. DC.
I think that's on the camera itself. I think that's on the,
Yeah,
that's why I asked you about
I had to get
it.
it.
Okay.
Oh, well, they don't have it. They don't say it. She didn't check for it.
Yes, ma'am, I am the queen.
Here we go. Oh. You can see her hair.
She just washed it last night. She's got a little oil build up that fast. But it looks super, super
Good,
clean.
yeah, her hair's
Super, super
We
clean.
won't know until we use the 200 first. Wait till we use the 200. I'm just looking at the shaft now, looking for any miniaturization, any translucent hair, any diffused hair.
You've got miniaturization.
Miniaturization is hair from the DHT. Okay. So that's basically there. So I'll do the 200.
This is good, isn't it, Queen? This is good. She's gonna do 200 real quickly
No,
because
this is really.
you just not getting it.
Well, 5 minutes ago, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Y'all just don't stick up in there.
Did y'all see that? What did you just shampoo your hair?
No.
I'm sorry about those mistakes.
She just
Look at.
Yep.
I love you.
Y'all see that?
Mhm.
Just shampooed her hair last night.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
This is their 200 when you've been asking about the 200, so there's 200.
And if you see the hair moving or the oils moving, that's the natural sebum.
You want to
That's
do
good.
the secret?
Okay. And then you can also see artificial sebum if the hair is oily. Okay, so the difference between natural sebum is natural sebum moves under the scope. Artificial sebum is stationary, so it won't move.
What's artificial?
Artificial sebum comes from like hairsprays or oil sheens and things like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
She all professional, just cuts it straight out. It's artificial. What's fake?
Yeah, that's her.
She says, oh, okay. The person was like, oh, okay.
She's, she has translucent hair. You see that translucent hair right
What
there?
does
You
that
can see
mean?
right through it. That's a diffused hair. Or it has no oxygen going to her. She has no oxygen.
Apparently I was the first person from up there.
See, this is y'all see that translucent hair here? That means that there's no oxygen getting to that hair.
Wait a minute. And how do we fix that?
So that means there's no oxygen getting to her hair.
That's a
She
no.
that stuff.
Ashley has a good question. How do we fix that besides blowing on it?
How you fix it besides blowing on it? Well, you have to have DHT in here first. She needs to start taking nutrients.
Tell them what DHT is.
Okay, so DHT is the
Testosterone.
testosterone that sits on the androgen
Stop dating.
receptor onto where
You
the
are
pill
out
sits in
of the circle of control right now.
She said, oh, Lord, her hair ain't breathing. Her hair's sitting in there holding his breath, right?
Okay, let's just, I'm gonna try to up the size, okay? And then we'll I guess you guys will.
What time is it? Well, just go ahead. What you gonna do?
I'm just gonna shake it on the sides real quick.
Just trying to make sure you're okay.
She good.
Hey,
Everybody else trying to embarrass me more.
Oh, that's pretty.
She has a
What is
lot
that?
of translucent hair.
Oh, it's still pretty.
That's the color. This is your natural color?
Naturally
I'm
blonde.
naturally blonde.
Your natural? Okay. I can tell from the, see the, that's a miniaturized hair right there.
Which one? It moves so fast.
Yeah.
Hey, Melody. Hi, Synthe. Kara. What's that? Look on your phone.
Oh, this is her
Oh,
phone.
okay. Oh, someone just said hi to us. Say hi again.
See that?
Kara, somebody.
So I just want to show you that,
Camera.
So, as you can see, even though she shampooed her hair last night, that's still sitting on her scalp. So she have to use,
That's why you use those
scalp.
hairdresser.
Yeah, she has to use the sebum buildup remover. And I think all beauticians should invest in this.
So let me ask you something. Is there such thing as taking out too much sebum from the scalp? Because there is such thing as taking out too much
You
sebum from the skin.
you can,
Strip.
but not necessarily.
Because you can strip the skin.
You
The
can
sip.
strip the skin through color and things like that, but not using the products.
Okay. All right, you guys.
Is there any questions?
So when you go, like if we came to you and you did the capilloscope, how do you apply that product, and are you the only one that would apply that sebum? You would tell us the process.
What I do is, thank you. What I do is I work with your cosmetologist, and I do what's called an action plan. And I talk to your cosmetologist about what you can and cannot use, and then they have the clients purchase the shampoo and the different systems. I have 3 different systems, so it just depends. A lot of your clients that have alopecia areata, I use my extreme hair boost system. But if you have like diffused or strengthening, I use my strengthening system or my natural system. And so what we do is I work alongside with the cosmetologist just to make sure my clinic that's located in Conyers is not a beauty salon. So you can't get hair services. But it's just a clinic. So you come, you get your regimen, you get all of your good stuff, and then you go back to your beautician and she'll shampoo your hair or you'll shampoo your hair. We talk about protective styling and what's good as a protective style. And I'll let your beautician know. So if you're a person who needs braids, we use different types of oils. I have a bro elixir that you actually use so that those follicles won't slip out of the braid. Okay? Any other questions?
Yeah, so do you help with hair growth?
This is a growth system.
Oh,
What is the
Yes,
cross cost for the product? Okay, I'm gonna let her answer that for you guys in a minute. I've got to get her down and get the next guest up. But she can still talk after the fact, but I really need to get Melody up for the sake of time. When we talk some different, I need you to go to her website at TenishaBibbs.com. TenishaBibbsCare.com. T as in Tom, BIBBS hair.com. and look up that way. All the ladies here got a bag on her today
What do you mean?
with
Just
product
my overall,
information in it.
Oh, okay. I think so.
And you got a bag, and I have a book in there, it's some information on the product, and also the isotonics and the multivitamins.
There you go. Taking that
Let
sticker.
me see if I have enough, hopefully I have enough for everyone. I'll just give everyone one.
Okay, so you got, I'm about to give y'all the phrase for this contest, okay? So make sure you get the replay.
Yes, have a product.
Oh, we
It's
can
very
start
easy to
to
remember.
say,
Hey, see it already.
you can cut it off.
All over my face. Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like
So,
vitamins.
real quick, I know what it is. Real quick, I'm sorry, I know we gotta get you going. This is OPC3. It has multivitamins
Hold on,
and
you giving away
complex
stuff?
and calcium.
No.
No, this is yours.
On the box empty, child. Stay like you get there. What
What you do here, the reason why I like isotonic so much is the delivery
What's your
system. You know how a traditional pill goes into your system? It sits in your body 3 to 6 hours before it breaks down to isotonic form. And you lose about 95% its bioavailability.
Slow down.
So, I was working with that. So when you use the isotonics, you take this and you put it into 1 cup of water, and you will get 95% of its bioavailability. So 6 minutes after it reaches your body, it actually is the same consistency of your blood and also your